Hi all. So why FIIs are continuously selling, and are we going to see a major crash in Nifty? This is the most important question most of the investors and traders are asking now. So first let's see why FIIs are selling. FIIs are selling majorly in Indian market for three reasons. One, they have a better returns in particular countries and companies, that is AI and semiconductor. So last couple of years, global investments has been having their first and foremost destination into this particular sector only. So wherever companies or countries which have invested more in AI and semiconductor, they have actually they are inviting more investors to invest in their own country, in their, and that particular companies. So to safeguard their investments, they are investing more to avoid a AI bubble burst. So that is the first reason why FIIs are still targeting other countries and companies, which is mostly related to this technology sector. And second reason for FII selling, in Nifty, if you take the Nifty earnings per share, I've already stated a video about this. Nifty earnings per share has not increased for last at least 1.5 years. It has been still around 1100 to 1150. So we need the earnings per share of the companies to go up. Only then the PE multiples will rise and FII will be ready to give higher valuation for companies. So some mid cap and small cap are still doing great business. So those companies are still hitting all-time highs. But overall, the large caps are not performing well because their growth is not visible. If you take IT, you take banks, you take metals, you take auto, you take any large cap industry sector, there is no visible growth which can support a higher PE multiple. They are doing business with just 10 percentage growth, but we need 20 percentage growth for FII to come back and invest in Indian market. So it will take some time. And the third major point is higher crude prices. So once the war started, Indian market has been the worst hit by the US and Iran war. So higher crude prices is hitting badly the Indian consumer power. So still FIIs and even our DA is also slightly worried because in the next couple of quarters the result may be much more worse if the higher crude prices remain. Okay, so only when these three problems stops, like we need a complete ceasefire agreement between US and Iran, which is currently most likely not happening. So only if that happens, crude price will fall down, and that will give a boost to Indian market. And after that, with lower crude prices, and even RBI has to also go for lower interest rate, then only the EPS growth of the Nifty companies will be going up. So that is again a chain event. And this AI and semiconductor, there actually US dollar has to become weaker and we need to see the AI bubble bursting. So if these three reasons takes happen in the next couple of quarters or at least next year, we can see FII completely returning back to Indian market. Okay. But now, are we going to see a major crash now? And that is also most likely no, because as I said, the EPS is not rising in the same way. The earnings per share of Nifty companies, it's not falling also. That means currently Nifty is trading around 20 PE multiples. So even if Nifty falls 1,000 point, that is now we are around 23,400. If Nifty falls near 22,000, it becomes 19 PE multiple for the current year earnings itself. And for forward earnings, it becomes less than 19, even 18. So Nifty becomes far more cheaper if it goes near 22,000. So at 22,000 sub levels, everybody will be interested in jumping and buying the quality stocks, which is not affected by these higher crude prices or a investment. Okay, so Nifty is not going to have a major crash below 22,000. Even if something was like a bigger war starting between US and Iran or any other country, which takes crude even to somewhere like $120, something like that. In that worst case scenario itself, Nifty won't break below 21,000. So 1000 to 1500 point fall, Nifty will become more cheaper and they will buy. And if Nifty goes to 25, 26,000 near, it becomes higher valuation. And again, FIIs will be selling heavily there. So it's going to be a more of a higher, a larger range bound to sideways market as respect to Nifty. Okay. So till these three problems sort out, AI bubble and EPS growth of Nifty and higher crude prices. Only after these three problems solved, we will have a consistent rally in Nifty. Till then, it is going to be sideways and more stock specific environment. So every FII and DAI will be fighting each other, but stock specific moves, that is quality stocks with good growth in their earnings, will be seeing more and more rally. So this is going to be the case for the next couple of quarters or even till next year. So if these three things, either if it happens more worse, we may see more bigger fall. If things improve from these three conditions, we are going to see a much more a bigger rally coming in.